That's right. We got ourselves a fancy new intro. This is, hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another episode of the AfroMattt Show. I'm your host, once again, as always, AfroMattt. And this week, sorry for the, I think maybe 3 or 4 day late episode. My throat has been killing me. I have COVID. I currently have COVID. I didn't think it was possible. I didn't even think it existed still. But yeah, COVID is apparently still around and kicking. I think I might have the last variant. I got the first variant. I actually have them both framed right here. I don't even want to. Okay, so it's blurred out. So I have, here we go. Print date 11/15/2020, and then here we have July 14, 2022. 2 years after each other, COVID run amok in my system. I thought I was immune for so long because I've been around so many people that had COVID, but it got me in the end. And honestly, the worst part is the sore throat, and that's what really, I felt so shitty. Like the first couple days I had like a fever. I was feeling like kind of shitty. I actually went to work, and then after like an hour in work, I'm like, I probably shouldn't be here because I feel like I might have COVID. So I'm like, yeah, yo boss, I sent him a message, of course. I'm like, hey boss, I'm heading out, gonna go get tested tomorrow. And then I just like slept that day, woke up the next morning, got tested, came back positive. She's like, hey, go get this stuff, go get a Sudafed. I've never had a Sudafed. I the name sounded familiar, but she's like, I can prescribe them, but I would not suggest that if it's your first time taking Sudafed. So I was kind of freaked out to take Sudafed, but I took a couple of them, and I don't know what Sudafed does, but I took like 2 Sudafed, and I don't really remember the day. I drove to, okay, hold up. Okay, so we drove to Walmart, and well, I drove to Walmart, and I when we got there, of course we went inside because we had to get stuff. I know I'm a monster. I wore my mask. I tried to like stay away from people. I had to get my supplies to survive. Don't act like you wouldn't do the same. Do not take the high road. Do not high road me on this. So after exposing about 50 people to COVID-19 or COVID 2022, I don't even know what Delta monkey virus we have right now. After exposing several people to COVID, I got my, like, I ate my Sudafed, and then we got to the car, and I had no idea where I parked, and I didn't even remember driving there. I was like out of it. It was like either COVID brain fog or the Sudafed kicking in, but it was like, I was like foggy for that whole day. So the next day I laid off the Sudafed, and my throat was just so sore. So every morning I would wake up, and I would wake up at like 5 in the morning and just not be able to go to sleep because my throat is just like, it was just like sandpaper. I could not even swallow. Like, so one of the Filipinos that I work with suggested making some herbal turmeric tea with adding honey and lemon. So I started drinking some tea. I don't usually drink tea, but it was all right. So yeah, we're on day 4 of having COVID, and we're kind of back to normal. We're kind of chilling, so almost back to normal. The doctor told me because I'm not vaccinated, I need to spend I guess 5 days in total isolation. My girlfriend's already over it. She gave me COVID before, so yeah, she is the reason I have COVID. But yeah, I mean, keep an eye out for Arkansas as a hot spot. So, because it might be blowing up soon. Because you go to Walmart on a Thursday afternoon, Friday afternoon. I mean, I tried to stay away from people, but homie's got to get his supplies. I got to get my vitamin C, got to get my vitamin D, got to get my zinc packets, got to get my water bottles, got to stock up on this stuff, right? Got to grab tomato soup. And yes, those items are on opposite sides of the Walmart. And yes, we did walk through the whole Walmart. And yes, we did go to brunch this morning, but we sat outside. Okay, look, okay. we just gotta move on here. Brunch was very, very good. I had sausage and biscuits with a poached egg on top. Super good. Nothing like cutting into a nice runny egg, just mixing with the sausage gravy, putting a little hot sauce, sriracha on top. Ooh, man, that was good. But yeah, I do kind of feel like a menace to society. But you know, it does kind of suck. But it's not gonna kill you. But yeah, let's move on from literally being the most irresponsible. Imagine if I feel like being more irresponsible is just running into going to a water park, like just swimming and, spitting, gargling the water, spitting it out, riding on the water slide, like diving down, filling your mouth with water, and then when you come up you spit it all over the place. You just absolutely go crazy, like a fountain of just COVID water. Everyone leaves, and like a week later, Arkansas is like the number one hotspot in America. I'm gonna try to cough away from the camera, away from the mic. So let's just get right into the news. Do I have a news one? Let's try this. Ooh. We are getting into the news here. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back from the ad break. We are getting right into the news. This segment's called Jew News because it's the news delivered by a Jew. Not news about Jews. So I want to make that distinction very clear for YouTube and potential new listeners who could be confused by the Jew news coming in. So yeah, let's get right on into this. This is about Hunter Biden. So Hunter Biden, I mean, it's hard to avoid the Hunter Biden in the news. He's just an absolute menace. I found this video. I just was like dying laughing. So this was an interview in 2021 on April with Hunter Biden. Hunter Biden, you may know as Joe Biden's child. So let's go right into this.
What are you doing? I said, Dad, I'm fine. He said, you're not fine.
He sought and got help in rehab, but in time he fell off the wagon and deeper into the abyss.
You would wake up some mornings, I shouldn't even say some mornings because you slept for like 15 minutes at a time,
Yeah.
and be looking for crack and just smoke whatever was there.
Yeah.
What is going on? What is going on? You wake up and you just smoke whatever's there?
Whatever was there?
Yeah.
I mean,
I spent more time on my hands and knees picking through rugs, smoking anything that even remotely resembled crack cocaine. I probably smoked more Parmesan cheese than anyone that you know.
that's a good joke. Anyone that you know, because he knows a lot of people that probably smoked Parmesan cheese.
No, I'm sure, Tracy.
Because there'd be crumbs mixed in, and you just...
I mean, I went one time for...
Dude, he kind of talks like Biden. One time, I went in and I was going through the carpet, and I found so much Parmesan cheese, I thought it was crack. I'm smoking the crack. Of course I'm going to smoke the crack, but it's all Parmesan cheese is melting. I'm like, it smells like an Italian restaurant. It smells like an Olive Garden. from all the crack, from all the Parmesan cheese crack that I'm smoking. I mean, I don't think we're a serious country. We cannot be a serious country. What? Oh, this is the president's son. Isn't the am I crazy, or is Hunter Biden dating his dead brother's wife, or married to his dead brother's wife? Something that, let's see. Hunter Biden, dead brother's wife. I feel like there's a connection there. Okay, Hunter Biden attempts to justify affair with his brother's widow. Well, okay. Let's see him justify
To me,
this.
it's not something that is difficult to explain because it came out of a real overwhelming grief that we both shared.
Okay, so they were trauma bonded, and they had a loving affair. And I think, and call me crazy here, I think he also has pictures on his laptop, like in bed with like his, I guess that would be niece. So you're having an affair with his brother's wife and her daughter. I mean, it's alleged. It's the laptop. First off, the laptop is crazy. Who films more content than Hunter Biden? Hunter Biden might film more content than Gary Vee. Gary Vee, creator of the 9 posts on TikTok a day.
13 days without sleeping and smoking crack and drinking vodka exclusively throughout that entire time.
Hunter Biden's struggle with his personal demons is a big part of his new book, from an imprint of Simon & Schuster, a Viacom CBS company.
I might have to read this book. It's called Beautiful Things, a Memoir by Hunter Biden. I just love this. I love this quote.
Minutes at a time.
Yeah,
And be
not fun.
Got help in rehab, but in time he fell off the wagon and deeper into the abyss.
you would wake up some mornings, I shouldn't even say some mornings because you slept for like 15 minutes at a time.
Yeah.
And be looking for crack and just smoke whatever was there.
Yeah.
Yeah. You got my number. That's exactly what I did. That is exactly what I did. I woke up and would crawl on my hands and knees and smoke whatever was there. I mean, that's just funny. If you don't think that's funny, I don't know what's wrong with you. Let's see. Let's move on to the next news segment. Gutzy. Oh, I love this. So, there's a new TV show.
Me, Gutzy me.
Okay. Let me preface this little video with some information about what Gutzy is. Gutzy is a new show, docuseries, coming to Apple TV, created by Hilary Clinton and her daughter. Let me just pull up the tweet. Hillary Clinton, Gutzy. And that is Gutzy as in like, here's the tweet. Come on, where's the goddamn oh, it's an Instagram post. Here we go. So her and her daughter, they wrote this book called Gutzy Women. The Book of Gutzy Women by Hilary Rodham Clinton and Chelsea Clinton. And this is the show. She says, "We've got a premiere date. Gutzy, our new 8-episode docuseries, will premiere on Apple TV Plus." Sorry, I literally, COVID is still ravaging my system. September 9th. Set your calendars to join Chelsea and me for intimate conversations about life, careers, and courage with some of our personal heroines. Favorite pioneering women and fellow mother-daughter duos. We talked to Gloria Steinem, Jane Goodall, Kim Kardashian, Megan Thee Stallion, Goldie Hawn, Kate Hudson. Wow, I'll watch that episode. Plus, many more artists, activists, and community leaders. Yeah, Kate Hudson, the community leader. We can't wait to have you join in the conversations with us. And of course, skip Kardashian, please. Jesus, not Kim. Kim Kardashian. Won't wash. No thank you, no Kardashian. I was here until... Everyone's hating on Kim Kardashian. Damn. I mean, she did get... Yeah, that's gutsy. And so I found this clip of them talking about what gutsy means to them. I thought it was pretty funny.
Means having a clear sense of purpose and then having the perseverance and just the refusal to give up.
You know, there are some people who think they're gutsy because they fight hard, but they're not fighting hard for anything except their own personal benefit.
I feel like that was a subtle jab towards Donald Trump.
Those are not the kind of women that we write about. We write about women who faced obstacles and kept going. And they could see what a difference it might make in their own lives, but even more broadly. So we're in favor of people who are gutsy, not only because they want to achieve something, but because they want to pave the way for others who are going to come behind.
I love that. I love that. That's a powerful message. My favorite thing, you know, what it means to be gutsy for me is committing several acts of terrorism with your administration and then completely deflecting blame. And didn't they like bomb Libya or something? I'm pretty sure that's what she's known for. She's known for like two things. It's like Benghazi and Libya. And also I think she kind of blew up someone's house with like a tank. I don't know what that one's called, but I feel like I remember that. I feel like it was some person just like held up in their home with like a shotgun. And she had it carpet bombed. Don't quote me on that one, but I do know Benghazi got a little juicy. I'd say that she embodies what a gutsy woman is. Gutsy is committing several war crimes and still running for president. Gutsy means to me taking a video saying Pokemon go to the polls and actually posting it. For the world to see during your election cycle. What else does gutsy mean? Gutsy means that... gutsy means to me having your husband fly on the most famous and known sex trafficker in the world, maybe history. Having your husband fly on his plane several times, dozens of times, like multiple dozens times, like 20 plus times, and not divorcing him. That's gutsy. Gutsy is claiming that an election was rigged and then getting mad when you still lose. Gutsy is... I don't know. Honestly, that's kind of it. There's no more dirt I have on Hillary Clinton. She probably eats kids. Probably, to be honest. She's probably a lizard person. Probably. We got some nice dirt coming up on Elon Musk's dad. I like how the news cycle had to kind of put Elon Musk in his place. They're like, hey, you want to buy Twitter? Hey, you remember your dad like had a secret affair with his own stepdaughter, right? So Elon Musk's father, Errol, had a secret child with his own stepdaughter. That's wild. In 2019, Elon Musk, the 76-year-old father of Elon Musk, quietly had a child, a baby girl, with his own stepdaughter, Jana. I'm not going to even try to say that last name. It was their second child together, following the birth of Elliot Rush, called Rushy, in 2018. Their daughter has remained a secret until this week, when Musk gave a new interview on The Sun. She wasn't planned, he said, but I mean, we were living together, and stayed there about 18 months after Rushy was born. You know, it just goes to show that, like, why are all rich people such deviant freaks? Like, Elon Musk has to go around saying that his own niece is his cousin? Is that how that way? Okay, so it's his dad's stepson. So his dad, stepdaughter, their kid. So it's his stepsister? Oh, it's his half-sister. It's his half-stepsister? Whoa, that's trippy. Stepdaughter. Okay, so wait. So if it's his it's Elon Musk's stepsister had a daughter. So it would be your half-niece, half-step-niece. Holy shit, that family's fucked up, dude. Why are the richest families so weird? I can't blame the man, though. He's got to get some of that stepdaughter, bro. Dude, we know, dude. You know, the second you look at Elon Musk's father's search history, it is just stepdaughter, bro. What are you doing, bro? What are you doing, stepdad? What are you doing, Errol? Dude, imagine naming your kid Errol. What are you doing, Errol? That's Errol. What are you doing, Errol Musk? Yeah, I love that. I love that. That's funny. That's just a little bit of... That's gutsy. That's a gutsy woman right there, having a affair with your own stepdad. Just cuz. He's like, hey, I was there for 18 months. We were just kind of alone. We were quarantined, and we had a second child together. Classic Errol. Classic Errol. At least he didn't name his kid something weird like Elon Musk. Dude, rich people are so weird. I don't even get why people like rich people. You know, the more I think about it, like, I don't think anyone should have more than $1 billion. Like, I don't think you should. Like, it's just kind of redundant at that point. That's like so much money that you probably couldn't spend it in your lifetime. You know, I think every dollar above $1 billion that you make should probably just get reinvested into the country where you do most of your business, right? So, say you do a lot of business in China, then, hey, you're reinvesting in China. China's going to grow and eventually take over the country. It might incentivize people to start doing a lot of business in America. Do over $1 billion. You start reinvesting in America, then we can finally, you know, maybe get. And this is this might be crazy here. Maybe we just. So I've been thinking about this system, where instead of giving money to, you know, middle or lower class, we reinvest it in the ultra wealthy, the high class, right? And you know, they have so much money that it'll trickle down to you guys, you know, to us common folk, the plebes, right? That could be a good name for it. Trickle down economics. So we invest it and we give so much money, like stupid, like retarded money. My bad, redacted money. We give like redacted money to the rich people, and we hope that they spend it, but they're probably just going to put it in our Roth IRA, Roth IRA. I don't know what it's called, but they'll probably buy a yacht, and then that will get redistributed among the poors, the brokes, right? I really like that idea. I think that if anyone in the world likes Reagan, wasn't it Reagan who introduced that shit? Reagan should have been assassinated. He should have been, because that guy fucked the country hard. That guy really gaped the country. I'm pretty sure that he's like the one who came up with fiat currency. He's like, hey, why do we even have real gold? Why are we backing the money with anything? Also, let's start a war on drugs, which is like a fictional thing. Let's start an entire war on an object, on a group of objects that people are using. Let's start an actual war on objects. And let's ban all those objects, right? And let's start putting black people in jail and then using them for free labor. I read somewhere that without like forced labor from prisons, we would lose like $1 billion in, like, let's see, without U.S. free labor from prisons, we would lose like $1 billion. $1 billion. I know I saw something here. Corporations are making millions of dollars. Prison labor is $1 billion industry. Like, why is this a thing? Like, can we just, like, start bombing the schmackable? Like, and that's a joke. I can say that legally. Like, why is this country so stupid, dude? Prison labor is $1 billion. I'm back. I'm a comedian, by the way. You can't get mad at me for saying anything. I'm completely immune to all criticism. Prison labor is $1 billion industry with uncertain returns for inmates. Like, why is this a thing? This is pretty much like the war on terror was 100%. Watch this documentary on Netflix. I think it's called 13th Amendment, and it's all about how the prison system was set up after slavery was banned to literally produce new slaves and keep black people in lower class situations and bad living conditions, and essentially it feeds the free labor. Essentially, we have modern day slavery because of the way our country was created. And if you don't believe in like systemic racism, that's the kind of systemic racism that is actually just real. I don't really think that there's like systemic racism when it comes to like everyone is inherently racist, to like subconsciously or whatever. But this country was like literally built on racism. So there's, I guess by definition, it was systematically created using racism. And racism still, I mean, it exists today. The 13th, watch that documentary, the 13th Amendment. Let me play the trailer, dude. It's like great. It like kind of busted my balls open. 13th documentary. Dude, you can watch the whole thing on Netflix or on the whole thing on YouTube right now. Dude, watch it right now. Well, after this podcast. Hold up. Here's a clip from it.
Black men account for roughly 6.5% of the U.S. population. They make up 40.2% of the prison population.
We now have more African Americans under criminal supervision than all the slaves back in the 1850s.
Throughout American history, African Americans have repeatedly been controlled through systems of racial and social control that appear to die.
Yeah, I mean, it is like, it's wild. Watch the documentary. It's wild. And you can say, hey, Matt, you've been brainwashed. Shut up. Like, literally just shut up. Stop typing. I know you're typing in the chat. Stop typing. Because I'm right. This is like one of the things I'm 100% right about, and you are 100% wrong about. Dude, black people are being farmed for free labor in prisons, like, right now. Like, why is there not, like, Molotovs being thrown through Schmoverment, Schmieders, like, windows? I don't know, because no one really cares, to be honest. And quite frankly, the reason no one cares is because you can't do anything. Like, you really can't do anything. Everyone knows, like, all the companies, Google knows what you're typing. And Facebook knows when you try to create a group to go protest down the street, and then, you know, before you know it, there's a counter protest of people that, I guess, love what's going on in a country. And then all the Proud Boys come out there with their cowboy hats on and decked out in, like, full military garb, a ghillie suit. They go out there and they counter protest. Who knows where they got the information that you were there to protest? It'd be a shame if the algorithm somehow showed them what was going on, some of the conversations going on, maybe some of the TikTok videos. Hey guys, we're showing up today at the square. We're going to start protesting the forced incarceration. Dude, there are more prisoners in America than there are. Dude, none of this was planned, by the way. I didn't plan to talk about any of this. That's the best thing about a podcast. You don't have to plan about shit. There are more prisoners in America than I think all the world, the rest of the world. We have, like, the most incarcerated. It is, like, the prison system in our country is, like, fucked, like, heavy fucked. Man, dude, it's just kind of depressing to think about. But then again, it's like it's kind of funny because, like, no one really gives a shit. Like, there's so much shit to care about and to be annoyed about in America that it's like you can't go down the list and, like, be upset about everything. Like, the easiest thing to be upset about is global warming, and that's why people choose it. But that's, like, the most retarded one. It's like, because the easiest way that you can say that you're dealing with it is, hey, I recycled a plate today. Okay, good job. Thank you. There is slavery still today. Like, that's... So you recycle the plate, and they're like, yeah, I'm helping the environment. Global warming. Do you not know that it's 100 degrees outside? Yeah, like, no, I don't care. You know, it's probably 100 degrees in the cells of... Dude, there's literally prison barges. We have actual barges just because we don't have enough space on the soil of America for prisoners. There are barges. These are giant cruise ships shaped like giant concrete blocks. It's like a giant... Let me show a picture of a let me see, prison barge. Prison barge. Here we go. What is this? Jail barge. Great. It's a jail barge. We have this. This is something in America that exists.
The NYPD is searching for a prisoner who escaped an East River jail barge known as the Bain Center. Police say he is white, in his 30s.
This is a cartoon show. It's called the Bain Center. It's a prison. It's a prison that just floats on the ocean, just, like, out there drifting around.
And escaped just after 7 o'clock this morning. The barge docked near Halleck Street in Hunts Point. It is part of the New York City jail system and can house hundreds of inmates every day.
Great. That's awesome. Like, can we just stop, please? It's just kind of comical at this point. Here's a video of the jail barge passing by. And no one knows, like, who's on the jail barge, really. Like, no one knows what's going on the jail barge. No one sees who's coming and going. Apparently, FEMA built the prison barge. Oh, people are saying... So, apparently a conspiracy theory is that they're putting homeless people on the jail barge. which is just funny. Like, there's such a big problem with the homelessness that they're like, we can't even put these in a, we can't even, because real estate is so expensive on New York soil. They're like, well, you know what doesn't take up land? A boat. Let's just put them all in a giant prison boat and then just ship them out to sea to die. And we just don't tell anyone. Our country has serious problems. Like problems that I think if I was president, I don't even know where I would begin. Like, you just, so here's the thing. You start first day and you get they plop a pile of papers on your thing and you're like, I think today I will deal with the prison barge system. And they're like, okay, well, I'm sorry to tell you this, President, but that's all the homeless people in New York City. And you're like, okay, so let's put them back on the streets. And then you're like, okay. And then you do that, and like 3 weeks come by, and then they get a new pile of papers, and it's like, yeah, there has been an uptick of stabbings and, people not okay with the homeless people, like public urinations, trash, new diseases. There's typhoid. There's typhoid running amok among the homeless people. And you're like, you know what? Let's put them back on the barge. Like, that's just what you have. That's just, as president, that's what you're like, let's bring the barge back. Is that barge? My next question would be, is that barge still operational? Because what do you do? What do you even do? What do you do? Dude, slowly but surely, I'm just becoming full on, like, socialist freak. I'm gonna paint my hair blue. Gonna wear a funny little mustache and wireframe glasses. Carry around Das Kapital by what's his name, Marx. Das Kapital. All right, let's go on to the next one. Capitalism at its finest. Great. More anti-capitalism propaganda that I'm trying to feed you guys. BMW is selling $17 monthly subscription plan for seat warmers. Well, this is kind of fucked. So, BMW is creating cars now with seat warmers, but in order to use the seat warmers, you have to sign up for their $17 a month subscription plan to unlock the hidden heat warmers for your seat. Seat warmers. Okay. There's a couple problems with this. First off, it's a German company. A second, I mean, if you're buying a BMW, you can probably afford $17 a month, but I mean, that's like what, $150? That's like nothing. So who really cares? But still, it's kind of weird when a car company starts being like, hey, you're paying for Netflix, you're paying for Amazon Prime, you're paying for Apple TV so that you can watch Gutzy, the new Hilary Clinton docuseries, 8-part docuseries. You're paying for Hulu. Why not just pay $17 more for the BMW heat or seat warmers? Also, big thing here to recognize is that you only really have to use them 6 months at a time. The cold months. Maybe, September, October, November, December. Maybe 6 months, depending on how much. So you really can kind of just sign up and then cancel your subscription once it starts getting hot and then re-sign up. So really, you get 2 years for the price of one. So, I'm not actually that upset about this, but, with monthly subscriptions, dude, imagine sharing your account with someone. You know how, like, you share your Netflix account? You have, like, a BMW friend, and you're like, hey, dude, yeah, can I borrow your BMW login? I want to use my seat warmers this month. And he's like, yeah, man, I got you. It's 123 123 123. Like, dude, that's not a very secure microtransaction hell. That someone said microtransaction hell, and that it couldn't be more accurate. Everything in the future is just going to be a microtransaction. It's like you're like, okay, you go to Starbucks and you're like, I'll have the caramel, and they're like, okay, now do you want to unlock the Frappuccino version? That'll be $1 extra. And you're like, okay, I'll have the Frappuccino version. And it's like, all right, with a monthly payment of $2, you can get whip on that. And you're like, okay, well, I do have that subscription as well. I have the whip subscription. I'm a whip member. And then they're like, okay, and do you want the extra drizzle? That one's only 50 cents onto your monthly subscription, and you get that on every single Starbucks that you get. You're like, well, you know what? I'll add it to my account, and then you're like, it's only $2 a month. It's only $2 a month, or $2.50 a month, right? $2 for the whip, and 50 cents to unlock the caramel drizzle, right? And you're like, okay, I'll have the caramel frappuccino, and guess what? I'm a member, so I get the caramel whip and the drizzle. You know, that's the future that we'll live in, and you know what? There's nothing really that you can do. You can't even really be upset about it, because it's like people keep on paying for it, and like even video games now is just like they're basically slot machines. You just spin a dial and hope to get a, something good that makes your character better and shit. Except for Elden Ring. That game was good as shit. Let's move on to... Sorry. I coughed directly into the mic, that one. Okay, let's move on to the TikTok time. Right after this short message. This video is sponsored by NordVPN. Staying safe online is ever-growing difficulty, and you could be exploited by hackers. They're out there. They're looking for you. They're going to get you. They're going to grab you. They're going to put you on a plane. They're going to gag you. And they're going to get your content. They're going to get in that phone, and they're going to grab you. They're going to get your good stuff. Yikes. NordVPN allows you to change your IP address, making it harder to track, securing your privacy. Check out the link in the description below for 20%. That's 20% off of your first 2 months. And thank you to NordVPN for absolutely not sponsoring this video. All right, and we're back. So let's get right into those TikToks. What do we got here? We have Sleeping Homeless Man. Great. This is fun.
You ready? Damn, not my boy on that feet. On that feet. Wake your ass up.
Oh, dude, they should not be slapping this guy.
Damn. Get up, cuz. Tighten up. Shake back. Shake him back.
Shake back.
Shake back. Shake back. Shake back. Shake back.
Dude, that guy is slumped, bro.
Shake back.
Dude, he's being taken by Vecna right now. Get that boy some milk, bro. Get that man some milk. That guy's fighting a war right now in his head. Oh, I did want to go over this. This is pretty funny. I saw this. This is in TikTok. I wanted to talk about this earlier, but I just now remembered. This is a post by... Sometimes I'll read the real estate subreddit, because, real estate's my job, and I like seeing when people really have a tough time. And, these people, first off, they're buying homes and, reselling them and shit. And pretty much, if you flip a home, you're a scumbag. First off, if you're a the lowest scum I think you can be on this planet is a landlord. Even the name landlord sounds like you're a scumbag. But anyways, let's get... That's neither here nor there. But, yeah, if you're a landlord, you should, schmill your schmelf. First home purchase, Ringwood, New Jersey. Saw water damage after offer accepted. Oh, this person was not a landlord, but this guy is dumb. This is a dumb buyer. So I'm 50 and finally in the situation to purchase my first home. It's a corner house in the suburban area of New Jersey. Exactly what I wanted. Property taxes are high, even though it's over an hour commute from New York City. Around $8,000 per year. The asking price was $490K, and after my initial bid of $490, it was outbid. My counter offer was $523. The Zillow home estimate home was built in 2014. It was accepted. However, upon inspection, since I spent all of my money on the bid, I did the inspection myself. First off, bad. If this guy was represented by a realtor, bad. Bad. No. Bad. Never trust just the seller's inspection, and always inspect it yourself. You get I don't know if New York is different, but you get an inspection period of your own where you can hire a professional inspector to go in there, make comments. Sometimes I think they call it the blue tape run. That might be for new. I think that's for new constructions only, but they go in there and they tell you everything that's wrong with the house. They'll tell you if like there's little dings, especially for a first-time home buyer. They are super strict with first-time home buyers. At least in my state, they'll mark scratches on the door. You know, if there's a little splinter hanging off the crown molding, they'll mark literally everything to protect. They're looking out for you. You're a first-time home buyer. You don't know what you're looking at. And this guy did the inspection himself. First off, retarded. I don't even know where he got $523,000. If he got that as a loan, dude, they're giving loans to actually retarded people. However, upon inspection, since I spent all my money on the bid, I did the inspection myself. I found some water damage from the central air unit in the attic, which you can visibly see on the ceiling of the first floor. The lawyer wrote back saying that they would prefer to give us credit towards the purchase price for us to just take the house as is in the below issue. Please consider and be advised. What is my next step here? He's asking for, not sure what to do with, I thought my next new ready to move home. I have no more money to put towards any renovations. Kindly advise, please. So he's asking Reddit, of all places. Sounds like he doesn't even have a lawyer, or he's not represented by a realtor. He should ask his realtor. Yeah. That's a dumbass. People, and that just goes to show, like, the kind of people buying homes right now are actually mentally challenged. Like, deficient. I just thought that was a good story. Let's continue here. Oh, this is another good story here. I forgot this in the news. To whom it may concern, I am a 26-year-old mother of 2 from Michigan. I've been on OnlyFans. I've been on the OnlyFans platform since 2019. It's become my main source of income for providing for my family and also buying my treatments for ovarian cancer that I've been fighting since November 2021. I use this income to help cover things like my health insurance that my health insurance does not. I've been married to the same man. We've been together for 12 years and we have 2 children. And she got banned, and now this is if you want to go sign this I guess petition to OnlyFans, it has 111 signatures. You can go sign this right now. I just think it's funny that we live in a country where in order to pay for your ovarian cancer, you have to start an OnlyFans because your insurance does not cover it. I just thought that was a good riot. Let's move on to the next TikTok.
You play Fortnite, bro? Yeah. So let me ask you a question. Do you have the Renegade Raider skin? No. So would you rather get the Renegade Raider skin right now or solve World Hunger?
It is tough. It's tough.
I'll add in
the Renegade Raider skin. That's a skin for your stupid character in Fortnite, and he's about to add in another skin.
OG Skull Trooper, purple variant.
Oh, yeah. Wait.
Over World Hunger, though?
Yeah.
Alright, he got the priority straight, I'm not gonna lie.
Dude, I was sitting on the toilet watching that video. I was dying laughing. He does have his priorities straight, though. Renegade Raider, come on, you got to get that skin. Skin's so tight. Skin is so tight. This is how our family of 12 sleeps in our 30-foot trailer.
How we sleep in the trailer. This is where the little girls sleep. It used to be a table, but it converts into a bed. Here's the couch, and they're sleeping on it. Here's where Enoch sleeps. Here's Elijah. He has a top bunk. And down here are Pearl and Naomi. Here's where Josiah sleeps.
Notice how they all have like hardcore religious names. Josiah, Elijah. This is definitely a church household. I don't even know why I say household. This is a trailer with 12 children.
This is where Moses sleeps.
Moses. Can you get more? Okay.
And this is where Mommy and Daddy sleep.
And the sad thing about that is, 12. First off, they have 12 kids. Too many. Should have stopped at maybe 4. Like, those kids will grow up with so much trauma. I'm one of 6, and all of our siblings, anytime we're together, constantly scream and yell over each other. Because our entire lives there's 6 of us, so it's always the loudest one talking is the one who's getting listened to. So anytime you want to be, get a word in edgewise, you just have to yell louder than the last person. So everyone brings the volume up. Like, it's like this person's yelling, and then the volume gets up, and then this guy has to make a conversation, and then I want to pitch in, so I'm like, hey, but she's gay, and then that gets a good laugh, but you have to yell it, and then the next person has to yell over that, and then by the time, so being around the family is like, it's a lot of energy, and like my girlfriend she hates being around though, because it's like, I don't blame her. It's just like a lot. It's a lot, and if you're not like prepared for that, if you come from like a small family, it's like, I guess, I don't know if it's like the Jewishness or if it's like, I know Italians yell it. I don't even have that much. I'm Irish maybe, but we're all just like screaming and yelling, not really even out of anger, just like talking loud. That's just how it is, and it's always been like that. It's like, don't raise your voice at me, and I'm like, when I go home sometimes from like spending a day with my family, my throat's like kind of sore. Like, that's how it is. It's like at a concert. Dude, my COVID's sick. Okay, here we go. Let's go to the next one. I don't even remember pulling this TikTok.
Bruh, I'm at this gas station. I'm waiting on this dude. I thought he was my homie, right? But I let him watch my dog. For a week. He got addicted to Benzos, dude. So I'm finna swing on him and this girl, bro. Let's go. What's up?
Yeah, I forgot this video. That's fun. That's a fun video. I like that a lot. Let's replay this one. That one's fun.
Bruh, I'm at this gas station. I'm waiting on this dude. I thought he was my homie, right? But I let him watch my dog. For a week. He got addicted to Benzos, dude. So I'm gonna swing on him and this girl.
Dude, you really can't trust the homies to not get addicted to Benzos.
Let's go. What's up?
What's up? Yo, he's gonna show his friend what's up. Dude, you cannot trust the homies to not get addicted to Benzos. Benzos. Classic benzo. They'll sneak up on you. Benzos drug. Let me look up what the drug is. Benzodiazepines. What are benzos? Here we go. I feel like this is probably a meth. Benzos are one of the most globally recognized and widely prescribed medications since the 1970s. According to the National Health NCHS, benzodiazepine is prescribed about 66 million doctor appointments. Well, that's great. Insomnia. Treatment for insomnia, anxiety disorder. Oh, this is like an antidepressant. Oh, this puts you in a different place, huh? This puts you in like this like bipolar disorder. If you're taking anything that's for bipolar disorder, you are, dude. It sleeps you, bro. I guarantee you, this will put you in like a. You just will go probably days without a thought, like without thinking, you know. Like you won't be a conscious being on benzos, I feel. I think I had a friend who was on benzos. Is it for anxiety disorders, panic disorders, depressed? Yeah. Klonopin. Klonopin is another one. Klonopin, that one's freaking crazy. That one put you. So here are the side effects of Klonopin. Severe drowsiness. Okay, so here it is. Here's what it cures: panic disorders, social disorders, depressed. And here is the side effects. Oh, seizures, certain types of seizures it helps with. And here are the side effects: worsening seizures, great. Severe drowsiness, unusual mood, aggression, hallucinations, auditorial and visual. Valium, Klonopin, Librium. I feel like doctors just give this out. Like you walk in, you're like, dude, I'm just like, when I go outside, I get kind of anxious, and they're like, you want a Klonopin? And then before you know it, you have people like this guy's homie who's addicted to.
The drill. Watch my dog. I let him watch my dog for a week. He got addicted to Benzos, dude.
Damn.
So I'm finna swing on him and this girl, bro.
That's classic. That's classic. Here's a couple of TikToks by, Blackrock is back on TikTok. They haven't been posting, but they're back. Things investors should know.
Investor, here's a concept that you should understand. Megatrends. A megatrend is not this or this, because unlike those questionable trends, megatrends aren't temporary. They don't come and go. They're long-term transformative forces creating permanent change that forever shape the way we work, live, play, and even invest. Want to know more finance things that you should definitely know but maybe don't? Be sure to hit that follow button.
Thanks, Blackrock. Anytime Blackrock posts, I always get a little bit giddy, because I'm like, Blackrock, the company that is slowly bringing us towards a twisted future where you don't own. It's impossible for you to own a home because they own every block is just like mostly owned by Blackrock, and they refuse to sell property and only rent it for long-term gains. And then they slowly creep the price of the rentals up until it either forces out people that can't live there, and then they get new tenants, or they have to raise the price of the entire block. It's just bad. Blackrock is just like super not cool. Slowly buying up real estate, along with Vanguard and Blackstone. Who knows if Blackstone is even incorporated with Blackrock? I know that they're both separate companies, but they sound pretty similar. I've talked ad nauseum about Blackrock. I want to say this one. I want to say this one for last, because this guy's the perfect person. This guy's the perfect, the perfect American. This man that he's interviewing is the perfect American in my eyes.
Are you a liberal or a conservative?
What that mean? What that mean?
Are you more liberal or conservative? Politically.
You gotta tell me what it mean. I don't know what it mean.
Do you know Joe Biden or Donald Trump?
No.
Who do you like better?
Not Donald Trump. Joe Biden.
Why do you like Joe Biden?
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Why do you like Joe Biden?
I don't know. 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 I don't know.
Are you pro-life or pro-choice?
Pro-life.
Why is that?
I don't know. It's a blessing being here. You know what I'm saying? That's all I got to say.
Do you think healthcare should be free?
Yeah.
Even if that means we have to pay higher taxes?
No.
Dude, the funny thing about that is that's probably like, I want to say probably 25% of the voters. They just like, you can talk to them and they'll be like, maybe not 25%, probably 10% of people are just like, well, you know, are you pro-choice or pro-life? And they're like, well, I'm pro-life. And you're like, well, did you know this? And then they're like, well, now I'm pro-choice. And then they talk to like a pro-lifer, and then they're like, well, didn't you know this? And they're like, well, maybe I'm. These people are like unable to form cognitive thought. These are like actual like NPC people. I want to watch that one more time, and then we'll call it a night.
Are you a liberal or a conservative?
What's that mean?
What does that mean? Dude, I just kind of like that person who just kind of like doesn't know what's going on. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for listening. If you made it this far, please drop a like, drop a follow, go on the YouTubes. It is at AfroMattt on socials, probably. You can find me there. Who really cares? Here we go. This is my new outro, guys. We're getting really fancy with this. Thanks for listening. This has been the AfroMattt Show. Oh shit, switched up on me. Thanks for listening.